Everybody's doing a backflip, double, there it is!
Simone Biles flies higher than anyone else in gymnastics. She's a total superstar in the world of gymnastics. Imagine someone who can flip and twist in the air like it's the easiest thing ever. That's Simone. She's got more medals than you can count, and she's always pushing the limits of what's possible in gymnastics. Have you ever wondered what makes her so amazing? Her story is super inspiring, and she's a role model for so many people around the world. Let's find out what makes Simone Biles such an incredible athlete in person. Simone Biles, the greatest of all time, took a break from the sport for 2 years, but came back last summer and has been on fire ever since. At the Core Hydration Classic, more difficult elements were added to her unreal routines, and some past elements were revisited. Now, at the National Championships, the goal is a spot on the Olympic team. Many wonder if she's as good as she was in her prime. Possibly she's even better, competing with a maturity and calmness that's evident in her eyes when she salutes. On vault, where she competes in both the all-around and individual apparatus titles, 2 vaults are expected each night. One of them is the legendary Yurchenko double pike, named after her. There's been a lot of talk about whether her coach will stand on the podium with her. Last year at the World Championships, a half-point deduction was given because her coach was on the podium, and she would have won even with a fall. This time, the vault is performed without her coach standing there. Her coaches, Laurent and Cecile Landy, based in Spring, Texas, are still guiding her as she is going to Paris. Watching Simone on this apparatus is always special, but this vault is a work of art. It's rare to see a female athlete perform it. Simone makes it look so easy. It seems anyone could do a Yurchenko double pike. She gets so high off the table, knowing exactly where she is, and spots her landing perfectly. Biles started her night with a clean set on bars, but had a few wobbles on the balance beam. At the halfway point, it was an unusual sight on the leaderboard. Biles was not winning, even though her coach isn't standing there. Practicing without that visual component helps her focus during her flips. The first vault scores an impressive 15.8, likely the highest score for the rest of the competition. With such difficulty, it feels like she starts the competition miles ahead of everyone else. Her second vault is just as flawless. With a perfect landing and upright chest, Simone Biles kicks off with an outstanding performance on the vault, setting the stage for the women's competition. Biles scored a massive 15.975 for that vault, the best mark she has earned this Olympic cycle. Simone Biles started on the vault and then moved to the uneven bars. Looking back to Rio, she mentioned feeling a bit uneasy on the uneven bars compared to other events. Though she doesn't have a weak event, the uneven bars might be considered her weakest. For her, the quickness and rhythm are really important. Her high-flying release moves and the efficient construction of her bar routine are something the selection committee looks for. The double-double is back, which is one of the upgrades seen a few weeks ago. She's gaining confidence, building on each performance, adding more difficult elements, and revisiting old skills. She hadn't performed that routine since the Tokyo Games, but now at the Classic she's done it twice, getting more comfortable in those high-pressure moments. She scored a 14.65, setting a record for her 8th US all-around title last year, and now she won her 9th. She's not just trying to beat others, she's trying to beat her own records. In an Olympic year, nothing is taken for granted. The journey hasn't been easy for Simone. The respect comes from her continuous push, not just with difficulty, but also with mental training and self-care. She's a trailblazer for mental health, working on it outside the gym as well. Next, on the beam, Simone worked quickly. Biles had a shaky routine on beam, but she stayed on, and she avoided major errors on the other apparatuses. Biles almost certainly will clinch an automatic Olympic berth by winning the all-around competition. She finished with a full-in dismount, making it look easy. There were rumors of her bringing back a more difficult dismount, the double-double, which might be seen at the second day of the trials. The beam is only 4 inches wide, making it challenging, but Simone executed her back handsprings flawlessly. Her landing was spot on. There were some playful comments about needing to work on high fives, but overall, she scored a 13.65 on the balance beam, putting her back in the lead. Jordan Chiles was close, but Simone won the beam at the World Championships just last year with the score of 14.8. Simone Biles is incredibly consistent. Many believe rules will change because of the difficulty she's bringing to the sport. On her floor routine, the first tumbling pass to watch is the triple-double, 2 flips and 3 twists. It's the hardest tumbling pass in the competition. Simone has been working hard to stay in bounds and perfect this challenging move. As she begins her routine, she performs her tumbling passes flawlessly, focusing on staying within the boundaries. Her performance leaves the audience in awe. The power and precision she brings to each move are unmatched. Despite the complexity of her routine, Simone makes it look easy. What are your thoughts on this so far? We're super curious. If you've liked this video so far, don't forget to drop and like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get back. During her routine, Simone casually walks into a triple-double, something no one else would even attempt without a full sprint to build power. Her coach mentioned she almost has to walk into it to control the pass. This control is evident when she lands near the boundary line and skillfully keeps her heels up to avoid a deduction, saving herself 3/10 of a point. Simone's floor routine is exceptional, and it's clear she's ready for the Olympics. Her talent, combined with hard work, belief in herself, and drive, sets her apart. She leads her own gym and inspires athletes worldwide. After the floor routine, Simone's score is 1485, giving her a substantial lead of more than 3 points after the opening night. Jocelyn Robertson, Jade Carey, Suni Lee, and Leanne Wong follow in the top 8, with Jordan Chiles rounding out the group. Simone's performance showcases why she's considered the best in the sport. She's really powerful and dynamic, bringing that energy to this event, especially focusing on 3 flips in a row with a handspring layout. The judges look for calm, clean landings, and Simone does a great job making her skills quick and finishing smoothly. She returned to competition after 2 years since the Tokyo Olympics, which was tough yet inspiring. There was speculation whether she'd try for the Paris Olympics again. She was seen at an event a few weeks ago, now opening up night 2 with sensational performances. Moments like this show what makes Simone great. Even when she's off like a little misstep at the start, she stays calm, adjusts quickly, and finishes strong on the beam. It's incredible because the beam's only 4 inches wide. Her back handspring layout is solid. Her husband, Jonathan Owens, a Bears defensive back, cheers her on. Simone's coach notes it's not just her skills, but her positive attitude that sets her apart. On the floor, Simone continues to shine. Her tumbling passes are precise, aiming to stay in bounds. Her last pass is flawless, and she's clearly enjoying herself. Her family in the stands celebrates every move. An emotional moment at the Nationals was the Simone's triple-double, 2 flips with 3 twists. She's working on staying in bounds, but lands cleanly and celebrates joyfully. Her potential score, if perfect, is a 17, higher than almost anyone else. Her parents and family, emotionally touched, cheer her on. Will we see that performance at the Olympics? Over to vault, Simone attempts a double pike Yurchenko, but overshot it slightly. She did the same at the World Championships, missing the gold due to a coach's presence on the podium. Her second vault, a Ching, is effortless and shows her incredible skills. She's far ahead in the standings even with a minor mistake. On bars, Simone shows efficiency and joy in her routine, with minimal deductions despite a small step on dismount. Her mental work outside the gym clearly pays off. She mentions sometimes dreading bars due to anxiety, but she's learning to handle it so much better. Simone did wrap up her 9th US Championship title, aiming to gain confidence for the Olympics in Paris. She's proud of her performance and grateful for the support from her coach, teammates, and therapy that helped her focus and move forward after setbacks. Simone's experience and confidence shine through as she continues her journey in gymnastics, aiming for even greater heights. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos. See you next time.